pa din niya makita yun.
Good evening, Philippines, and welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum here in downtown Cubao. Our venue here for tonight as rivals face each other once again. We've got the Meralco Bolts up against the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. These two squads have faced each other so many times in the previous years, and that's why no love lost between these two squads whenever they face each other. That's why our title is No Love Lost. And for both these squads, important for them to be able to make it with a victory here so that they can get it to the next phase of the competition. Anthony Sta here together with Coach Eric Altamirano. And Coach, obviously in a game like this, that's why we got so many people coming out. They know it's a must-win situation for both these squads.
Yep, actually it's important, more than Ginebra, it's important for Meralco because they need wins badly to be able to at least be safe, be in the top 8. On the other hand, Ginebra also wants to win to get into the top 4.
Right now there you can take a look at the team standings. Meralco is at 5-5. With a victory here, they assure themselves of making it to the next spot. Now if they lose, a lot of things still could happen for their respective squads. So they need to be able to come up with a victory here against Barangay Ginebra. Let's take a look at Meralco in their previous game. So far, so good for Meralco. They're in a 2-game winning streak and they want to make it 3. But that last time against NLEX, they were challenged by their sister team.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Meralco's getting their game back, no? The way they played in the last Philippine Cup. And as you saw in this last game stats, Meralco played really well against NLEX, beating them 108-92. And more than that, they shot really well from the 3-point area. They shot 56.3% against only 43.8. Fast break points and also second chance points, they dominated NLEX 12-2 and 14-9.
They actually stopped the 6-game winning streak of NLEX there. People were saying NLEX was unbeatable, but they were defeated by, people forget, they're the defending champions.
Oh yes, definitely. And of course, this guy that we see here on the monitor is the guy responsible for that win against NLEX.
Well, quite definitely one of the youngsters in their team, but he is one of the pillars for their future. CJ Cancino has done so well both ends of the floor. He plays defense, but he can hit the long-range shot. He also slashes to the basket. He's the complete package, Coach.
Oh yes, it's a spark plug, instant offense for Meralco. As you compare here his games, first 8 games he only averaged 9.3, but in the last 2 games he upped that to 17 points per game, and most notably his field goal percentage is very high at 60% clip.
So they're expecting a whole lot from him here in this particular ball game, and a game that they really need to be able to win. Let's go courtside now to Bel Gregorio and see what she's got.
The challenge for the Bolts now is to not get too ahead of themselves and not add unnecessary stress on their shoulders, as they're also gearing up for the Basketball Champions League Asia slated beginning June 9. Since their last game against NLEX, they've had a stretch of intense practices preparing for Ginebra that many of them even had wounds and scratches from how physical things have gotten. They've also been more engaged in their viewing, asking questions, and making sure they cap off their elimination round on a high note. When asked what they put the most premium on against the Barangay, according to assistant coach Sandro Soriano, it's getting stops and making sure that they dictate the tempo to their favor. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Bel. Well, we're done on one side. Let's talk about Barangay Ginebra. Also on a streak, 3-game winning streak for this squad, and they'd like to be able to make it 4 in a row. Actually, this is a very important weekend for them. They've got Meralco today, and after 1 day's rest, they also have the Manila Classico on Sunday.
Oh wow, those are really big games. And as you can see here against Blackwater, that was a nail-biter game. Came down to the last shot of Japet Aguilar, as you can see there.
Coach Tim Cohn wasn't happy with the way they won that particular ball game, but a win is a win. And now, because of that win there, they've gotten 3 straight.
Oh yes, as you can see his last game stats, 101-99, field goal percentage, 51% for Barangay Ginebra, 45% for Blackwater. But in the assist department, that's where Ginebra really stood out with 29 assists versus 17 for Blackwater.
Well, Japet Aguilar was their hero there, and he has been a long-time stalwart for their squad, and he continues to still show everybody that he is their main man in the middle.
Oh yes, That well, as they say, that game winner by Japet was already, that happened twice already. And again, you can always rely on Japet Aguilar versus Blackwater. He scored 22 points, very impressive, 8 out of 12 from the field, 6 out of 7 from the free throw, 6 rebounds, and 15 of those 22 points came in the second half.
As they say, when it comes to winning time, that is when he really comes to play. Let's turn it over courtside, and we're going to have the starters for our second match here this Friday evening, as you got Barangay Ginebra up against the Meralco Bolts.
The starting lineups, first from your Meralco Bolts. At guard from Isabela, number 6, Chris Banquero. From PBA Ilocos Norte, also at guard, number 11, Chris Newsom. At center from Pasig City, number 33, Brandon Bates. From Cavite, at forward, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And also at forward from Quezon City, number 19, Bong Quinto. Head coach for Meralco is Luigi Trillo. And now introducing the starters for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. From Digos, Davao del Sur, at guard, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Also at guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. From San Simon, Pampanga, at forward, number 3, Jamie Malonzo. Also at forward from Cagayan Valley, number 1, Troy Rosario. And from Sasmuan, Pampanga, at center, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Head coach for Barangay Ginebra is Tim Code. Game officials are...
No love lost between these two squads, definitely. They need a victory, and they're going to go all out against each other. Regular starting five for both these squads, and it's no surprise. If it's not broke, why fix it?
No
Our game
changes, no
officials?
changes for the starting lineups.
That's true. Romel Gruta, Mike Flores de Lisa, Janine Nicandro, and Kelly Halig. And we are underway here at the Smart Anana Coliseum. First possession here to the Bulls. Slowly but surely, Jamie Malonzo rounding into that form that everybody's used to.
Oh yes, he's been a factor in all the wins of Barangay Ginebra this conference. Not only in scoring, but he's now the #1 rebounder for the team.
Good boxing out that time from Bates, grabs that rebound. Quinto looking for space. Gets the defender in his hip. Nice to get it to Bates. Scotty with the steal. They'll go inside, throw Rosario. Will overshoot. A good start so far here for Barangay Ginebra. Newsom trying to get his squad on the board. Quinto left open momentarily. Good recovery there by Rosario. Inside, Bates. Nice floater.
That's a rare jump hook there by Brandon Bates. You don't normally see that in Meralco's games.
Rosario with a handoff. Finds Scotty. Scotty to Troy. Troy can't get that to drop, but once again, Scotty Thompson always with those offensive rebounds.
That's what you need to do every time you see Thompson lurking underneath the basket. You need to do a better job blocking him out and taking away those offensive rebounding.
Now he's on the line trying to get his squad on the board, finally. As we check in with Bell quickly.
You said it earlier, Anthony, it might have been a win against Blackwater Bossing, but for Coach Tim, that wasn't a very pretty win because the Bossing exposed a lot of their defensive lapses. And they anticipate that things will not get easier against Meralco because the Bolts really know them like the back of their hand. They know who to attack, and they have specific schemes against their ball screens, making it of utmost importance for the barangay that they lean on what has helped them in the recent victories, mainly their ball and player movement. Back to you, gentlemen.
Coach Tim always loves to stress about the assist department. He wants to have a high number. And you pointed that out a while ago against Blackwater.
Oh yes, and you know, you have to remember that Meralco was the one who eliminated Barangay Ginebra in their previous matchups in the Philippine Cup.
So now they might be looking for payback. Holt will stop, put up a three. That was halfway down. There's Troy Rosario with a putback.
Barangay Ginebra, the leading offensive rebounding team in the league. And that's the reason why Troy Rosario, the likes of Troy and Alonzo, Thompson, they're really known for their offensive rebounding.
Offensive foul is going to be called on Bates there.
Offensive foul number 33, Brandon Bates, his first personal.
At that time, it was caught moving on that screen.
Barangay Ginebra with possession, down by 1. Alonzo will go to the wing. Scotty not going to launch from 3, not just yet. We'll force it up, and we're going the other way. Nobody else touched that but Scotty.
Yeah, looking for a foul, but unfortunately the refs didn't call any.
The Bolts also employ a lot of movement on their offense. Here's Bates once again. Second jump hook. At that time, Quinto kisses it off. And an opportunity here for them to get a brand new 24.
Cliff Hodges down. And that hurt his face there, his eyes.
That is a familiar sight.
Yeah.
Chris Hodge on the floor.
Oh yes, you know, we've known him as a really a very physical player. Loves to, you know, mix it up with the bigs underneath the basket. As you can see here, that jump hook that Bates missed. Oh yeah, there you go. He got hit by the wayward arm of Rosario.
He's okay, he's ready, he's a tough kid. Hodge. Floater, no. There's Bates once again, a little bit too strong though.
Yep, sorry missed there by Brandon Bates. He was able to get the offensive rebound, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get that shot in.
His activity really gives them a lot of extra baskets. That time though, a little bit too strong on that putback attempt.
Oh yeah, this Meralco team can match up in terms of rebounding with Ginebra.
Alonzo puts up a long 2, no. Bates, another rebound there. That's number 3 already.
Yep.
Bates almost lost it, picks it up. Newsom tries to make his move now. Inside, the floater is not going to drop. Offenses have really not flowed here for both these squads. Not just yet. A 3-second violation is going to be called on Japet.
Yeah, Japet took too long to post up, and he was not able to get the ball. And called for a 3 seconds violation.
Those are the kind of turnovers Coach Tim Cone hates.
I like the lineup of Barangay Ginebra with their wingspan. If you can see, the shortest player is Thompson. That means, you know, they can switch everything on defense without any disadvantage.
Toto says checking in for the first time. Newsom caught in no man's land. Jose gets away for 2.
Sneaky play there by Meralco as Newsom was able to give it to Jose underneath the basket.
Holt puts up a 3. That would have tied things up. They try to push. Almost a steal. Close to it.
So far, Ginebra's missed about 3 or 4 shots from the outside.
Well, they have yet to connect from deep. Banquero puts up a floater.
Banquero slowly but surely getting his form back. And that's the Banquero that we saw in the last finals in the Philippine Cup. That made them won the championship.
Japet with the jumper, not going to get the bounce. Another rebound here for Bates.
Yep.
He's gobbling up those boards.
Oh, yes.
Banquero again will stop.
Yes. Back-to-back baskets by Banquero here in the first quarter.
Coach Tim is not happy.
That time they were not able to switch that ball screen and got Banquero open for the pull-up.
All right, now take a look at the numbers here of Scotty Thompson against Blackwater. 18 points. He was perfect from three-point country.
Oh, yes. Especially that great assist to Japet for a game winner. And right after that, went straight to the hospital.
Because he now has another addition to his family. Let's check in with Belle.
Well, that was indeed right. Straight from the court, Scotty Thompson went to the hospital in time to make it for his wife, Jakey Thompson, to give birth. Fortunately, when he reached the hospital, he was right on time as she was heading to the delivery room, and he was able to welcome their third son, Storm Atticus, to the world. Third time's the charm, so at this point, Scotty already has established a game plan for himself to ensure that while he stays hands-on to his wife and his kids, he also still keeps his health, especially his sleep in check, making him fresh come game time. Back to you, gentlemen.
So far, he is fresh once again here for today's game. And congratulations to a new addition. 3 boys already.
Dalawa
huh?
na lang, pwede na, first 5 na.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Two free throws will get Ginebra to within 5. Again, a lot of movement here from the Bolts. Banquero comes out. Looking for that spot. That's a nice find. Jose will overshoot though. Quinto falls right into his hands. Knocks in that 3.
That activity by Brandon Bates kept that ball alive. And because of that, it resulted to a 3-pointer by Quinto.
It is now an 8-point advantage here for the Bolts. Jumper for Scotty will drop.
Quick answer there by Thompson.
Well, trying to take matters into his own hands. He's bigs, not able to give him anything from the outside. Trying to put the clamps here. That's going to be another offense. Exactly. That's going to be number 2 on Brandon.
Yes, he was about to be subbed. He got his second.
Well, when the guards go under the screen, the bigs have to be very careful because they're crashing the boards.
That's right.
But they don't realize that sometimes those small guys are in there.
Because
You can't just run them
Brandon
over.
is natural movement of Brandon is to roll to the basket. All to find out that Thompson was there.
Now on the bench as they have rack and roll. Almazan in the ball game. Quick move there by Japet.
Great shot fake there by Japet, getting Jose off balance. And it was as he penetrated to the baseline, he was able to get a basket and a foul.
And a late recovery also for Almazan. He
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, no help coming from the weak side.
He just turned his head. The next thing he knew, Japet was attacking already.
Too late.
Japet completes the three-point play. That brings his squad to within 3. Quinto, straight line drive. Gets away, but it's not gonna drop. Jamie will try to push. Extra pass, hold for 3. In and out. They go right back to him. And that might be an offensive foul this time on Japet.
Yeah. Almost a good basket there by Bolts.
Japet there trying to get confirmation. But he was clearly
yeah.
moving.
That napuwet siya, napuwet.
It's a 3-point lead by the Bolts. We'll be back.
You know what I love about Philly?
And then they eventually won their very first PBA title. But the Barangay got back at them in the Governor's Cup quarterfinals. That was a very short best of 3. And Barangay Ginebra won that one, 2-1.
It's always been Ginebra's been beating Meralco. But they got the last lap because they won the last championship.
Yes, they did. They are the defending champions here of this conference. And people forget that because they got off to a very slow start, Coach.
Yeah, exactly. And slowly they're getting their game back. Hopefully, same with this game because they need this game very badly.
Both the squads not just want to be able to make it to the quarterfinals, they are looking for the twice to beat advantage if possible.
Yep.
14 on the shot clock.
Just about 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Malonzo, eye in the sky play, but they're going to wave it off. Another offensive foul, this time on Scotty.
Oh yes, that could have been a great alley-oop pass to Japet. Unfortunately, they called Thompson, Scotty Thompson, for that offensive foul. And Coach Tim Cone didn't like it.
It'll be nice to see that on the replay a little
Yeah.
bit later on, but play goes on first as Meralco tries to build on this three-point advantage of theirs. Banquero, extra pass, Jose now with 4 points.
Oh yes, very patient offense there by Meralco. Rock and Roll could have taken that shot, Almazan, but he decided to give it up and able to get a better shot off that.
Alonso, that
travel.
might be a travel, it is.
Coach Nenad is pointing out something to the ref. Let's see what that is.
Now he's going to get a warning.
Warning on Meralco Bolts. And the consultant Nenad Vucevic for the Barangay.
Oh yeah, I think Coach Nenad was pointing it out that that referee should have been the one to call that violation, but he didn't. So he called the attention of the ref.
But at the end of the day, the call was made.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Quinto with a jumper. At that time, good boxing out there. But again, the Bolts continue to show the way here, up by 5. Malonzo tries to force the issue. We'll put it back there. Cancino forgot to box out.
Oh yes, again, that second shot by Ginebra is going to give problems for Meralco.
Open shot, Rock and Roll can hit this one.
Yes. Oh,
It will remount though.
almost.
I'm surprised Japet left Rock and Roll that wide open. He's a very good three-point shooter.
Exactly.
Look at his substitution. Japet goes out, and in comes their point guard, Ina Barrientos.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of ceiling lost.
Yep. But still, that's a deep lineup for Barangay Ginebra. You know what Barrientos can do.
Alonzo for 3. That was good defense there by Hodge. Hodge is all over the place,
Oh, yes.
looking for rebounds inside at the same time. When he sees an open shooter, that's a very good challenge.
Oh yes. You know, Hodge can defend anybody, whether you're a guard, a forward, or a center.
Correct. Aaron Black checking in for the first time. That's clearly a foul there. Holt grabbing onto the arm of Rock and Roll. First personal foul on Holt. Only the first team foul for Barangay Ginebra.
They don't really give up a lot of fouls, as they're the #1 in the league in terms of giving up fouls.
Malonzo, will they look to post up Rosario? No, they don't. Scotty sets up Abarrientos. Abarrientos for
Yes.
3.
Very unselfish play there by Consum. He could have taken the shot, but he opted to give it to a more open player of Barrientos.
That was a perfect setup. We're
yes.
tied. And once again, CJ Cancino sneaks in for 2.
Yeah, good read there. Good read there on the defense. He saw that the defense was overplaying him, and he went backdoor and got that wide open layup.
Back to a 2-point lead here for the Bolts. Alonso forces that one up. He's been forcing up a lot of shots
Yeah.
here.
Whoa!
That would have been a highlight play, but again, Troy Rosario, relentless on the boards,
Oh, yes.
ties things up again.
That's what you expect from Troy Rosario. He knows where to position himself, and time is put back.
That's going to be a foul there on Scotty Thompson. That's number 2 on Scotty.
That's gonna force Coach Tim to give him a rest. And then here comes Jeremiah Gray for, look at that tip in by Troy. You know, Troy, I've known Troy for a while. Of course, I've coached him in NU, but one of his strengths is that he can jump 3 times quick. You know, he can jump quick and get that tip in. If the first tip in doesn't go in, the second will probably be there.
Any second and third jumper just
Oh,
as
yes.
high. Under 40 seconds here. Newsom a little bit too strong. That's again another tap
Yeah,
by
very smart
Bates.
play by Brandon Bates.
Cancino will launch, come up short. That was touched last by Malonzo.
Yep. So there's 6.2 seconds remaining in the shot clock. And enough time for Meralco to get a basket here off the baseline out of bounds play. Good block there by Troy.
And Barangay Ginebra says we're going to go for the final shot here. They have not yet led in today's ball game.
Yes. Let's see. This could be the one. Oh, lost that ball.
There's still more than enough time. The
Could
Bolts
be a
trying to
lead
push.
there.
Black for 4.
Oh, almost.
We expected this to be a tight affair. And after the first 12 minutes of action, we are tied at 17 apiece.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Every time Meralco and Ginebra face each other, you know it's going to be a battle. We know each other really well, and you know it's just always a fun time to compete against the best. And Ginebra has definitely proven that they're one of the best teams out there, whether it's all Filipino or import conference. And of course, we want to prove that we deserve to be there as well.
And the fans realize, Coach, this is a very good matchup. That's why we got a good-sized crowd here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, and definitely a whole lot of millions watching us outside.
Oh, definitely. It's like a preview of the finals, you know, and so they know what's at stake, and everybody's excited to see these two teams because every time they play each other, they always give their best. They play their best.
This is actually the final game in the elimination round for Meralco. After that, they're going to be preparing for the Champions Cup that's going to be held in the Middle East. So we wish them well. They're going to be representing the Philippines and the PBA in the Champions League of FIBA. But as far as Barangay Ginebra is concerned, we talked about it during the pregame. A very important weekend for them. Because with the span of just one game, one day in between, they got another game on Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah, not enough rest and not enough preparation, but you know that's how the PBA goes, and just like in the NBA,
Look at
you
that.
have to be mentally prepared.
Oh, that's for
those
sure.
games.
David will kick it out. Gray for three, that rims out. Newsom will get it to Hodge. Again, back to their movement. Cancino with a
Yes.
floater, yes.
Back-to-back baskets by Cancino gives them a 4-point lead and a quick timeout by Barangay Ginebra.
Coach Tim not happy with Gray. Go straight to him.
Yeah, he allowed Cancino to go straight to the basket. And, knowing Coach Tim, he doesn't like those type of defense, and of course he's also asking, where's the defense? Where's the help coming from?
Look at the conference averages here of the Bolts. 101, 45% field goal shooting. They've got 48.1 rebounds per game, 14.0 second chance points, and look at those points in the paint, 44 of them.
And what's really outstanding here is they won their last two games by 17 points.
So they're peaking at the right time.
Oh, yes.
They didn't get off to a good start, but right now, this is the Meralco Bolts everybody knows.
That's right. They're almost healthy except for Maliksi.
Well, can you imagine if they get Maliksi
yeah.
back? They're going to be an even more potent squad.
Exactly.
Here's Abarientos. Holt is back. Gray will give it up. Abarientos, that's a deep one.
So far, Paul has not been a factor here in the first half. He only has 2 points to his name.
4-point lead once again for the Bolts. They go to Hodge. They like that mismatch there. Hodge is a little taller here than David.
Meralco wanted to take advantage in the post there, attacking that new player that's coming in, David. See if they continue to go to Hodge. Uh-oh. 2 in a row foul for David.
Well, they're going to review this one. That might be a quick 2 fouls on David.
You know, players like Hodge, they smell blood every time. You know, when you come in, oh, you're a newbie. Okay, let's go to him, attack him in the post. Not sure what the foul there is. Oh, yeah, a lot of playing arms. Just a regular foul.
But the thing is, that's 2 quick fouls right now on Barangay Ginebra.
Yes. It's too early to get into penalty.
Hodge once again. He got the step there and rock and roll comes up short again.
Oh.
The putback, that's a sorry miss.
Yeah, 3 offensive rebounds. Sorry, missed there by Almasan.
That should have been a 6-point lead.
Yep.
It happens though.
Oh, almost a steal.
Gray collects. 1-on-1 foray there by Gray.
I'm sure Coach Tim didn't like that. The ball didn't move. And, you know, when you play for Barangay Ginebra, you have to have ball movement. You have to have man movement.
That made Meralco happy.
Yeah.
They look inside. Rock and roll scores.
That's a good pick and roll play there by Meralco. And another timeout by Coach Tim. I think he was reprimanding Abariato for not being there to attack that roller. Should have been there at least to stop the roll of Almasan.
The lead is now 6 for the Bolts.
Yo, umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilas ng dingas, perlas ang silangan, lalong umangas, lalong tumalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap, lagpas sa lapaa, abante, diskarte, di bale, sa mga
Meralco's up 23-17 after the teams were tied in the first quarter. That time, what was flagged in the huddle of Meralco was their defensive lapses that caused them unnecessary fouls in the first quarter. But what was good was they just kept going and they didn't complain that much. Meanwhile, on the other side, Coach Tim acknowledged how Meralco has been taking away their touches and attempts inside the paint. He wants to see them share the ball more and see if they can find open men from outside the paint, as he also felt they forced their perimeter shots, scoring only 2 of 12 in the first 12 minutes. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot for that. Well, again, these two coaches are really in a chess match as expected. Barrientos will put up a
There
3.
you
That's
go.
his second.
What a way to stop that 6-0 run by Meralco with a 3.
And that's definitely what he can do. He can put that ball in the
Oh,
hoop.
yes, definitely he can do that and more. Oh, turnover.
Not a good pass. Here's Holt. Not the best run. Fast break that time.
Yep.
The ball will stay here with Barangay Ginebra. Barrientos doesn't need any space.
You cannot fault Aaron Black on that play. He was there, challenged the shot, and here comes Almasan with a wide open layup but missed.
David there with a duty foul. Not wanting to give up
That's his third.
the easy 2, but as you said, he might be coming off right now with 3 quick fouls here. All of them here in the second.
That's a dangerous foul there by David.
That's true. He didn't even actually go for the
Yeah,
basket,
we didn't even challenge that shot
for the
by
ball
Almasan.
or the basket. This could be called a flagrant 1.
Oh, could be. It's Ralph Gu who's ready to check in.
And here's the call.
There you go. F1.
That's a good call.
I think Coach Team knew what the call will be, as Ralph Gu was already on standby to sub for David.
Scotty Thompson is going to be checking in the next dead ball situation, they say.
2 free throws.
So Almazan will take this first free throw. Leads back up to 4. And now Scotty can come in together with Toto Jose on the other side.
4 points now for Almazan. Chance to pad this lead to 7 or 8.
So Gray still in the ball game. It's Holt given a rest for the time being. Nice find, perfect passing once again. Jose gives it to his big man. Wow, that's a second miss from point blank range here for Almazan.
I mean, you cannot fault Meralco. They've been getting those offensive rebounds. Unfortunately, they could not get it in.
This should easily be a 9-point lead for the Bolts. So luck still shining here on Barangay Ginebra. Early portion of our second quarter. Barrientos feels he's got the mismatch and again, not needing any space, knocks down his third three.
Those are difficult shots, you know, contested, but still able to get it in.
Jose will kick it out, extra swing. Cancino with a floater. Will misfire, rock and roll once again.
Whoa.
Can't get enough spin on that one. Jose will bring it out. So many offensive rebounds here for the Bolts. And Newsom scores.
Meralco's been dominating Barangay Ginebra in the paint with those offensive rebounds and drives to the basket.
Look at the points in the paint, 20-8. That could be a big reason why Troy Rosario is getting ready to check back in. Gray from the outside, back rims that one. And the Bolts are off and running. That's a smart move. And Newsom just went straight up against a much smaller Barrientos.
As soon as he heard that call, he continued the shot. As I can see here, that finish by Newsom.
He said, there's no way Barrientos is going to stop me.
Every time Newsom goes for those open court shots, you know, count them in.
He has scored the last 5 points here for Meralco, and they're up by 7 once again. Cool. We try to look inside. Rosario biding his time. Attacks. And a foul's going to be called on Jose.
That's the first team foul for Meralco. 2 free throws by Rosario.
Look at the numbers here against Blackwater. Exceptional, 18 points.
Oh yes, great addition for Barangay Ginebra. Troy Rosario really gives a lot of height and depth to Barangay Ginebra.
Let's go to Bell.
sensational bounce-back performance for Troy Rosario against Blackwater. 18 points after merely 8 the game before versus Phoenix. He acknowledged how familiarity played a role matching up against former teammates like Russell Escoto and Christian David, so it became easier for him to look for mismatches. And that is exactly what Troy wants to see again from himself tonight. Being smarter in reading the floor and exerting effort that he won't question after this game. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot for that, Bill. Right now, 24-second shot clock violation for the Bolts and a chance for Barangay Ginebra to whittle down this lead.
I thought that Troy Rosario is a good fit for Barangay Ginebra because Barangay Ginebra plays a lot of multi-skilled player. They can put them in different spots on the floor, and that's what Troy can do, just like that.
But you know, I think Troy can be a good fit for any team.
Yeah,
He's
well,
that
you're right there.
talented.
Yep. Yeah, he's
That's why he was sought
multi-skilled.
after by so many teams.
Oh, yes,
When they
definitely.
found out he was a free agent, everybody was lining up at his door.
Yeah, he doesn't have to have the ball every time to be very effective. You know, he's very good off the ball, as you can see there. He worked his way to get that offensive rebound and a putback.
Completes a three-point play, and the lead is now just down to a single basket. Banquero kicks it out. Almazan. They'll bring it back out first. Newsom gets into the paint, sets up Black. Black for three. Yes!
Good setup job there by Newsom, drawing the defense to him inside the paint and kicking it out to Aaron Black for a three.
Lead is back up to 5. A little bit more daylight here. Barrientos will kick it out. Scotty for three. Bang!
That was the same story as what Newsom did earlier. Posting up and looking for that open kick out. That time it was Scotty Thompson.
Here's Banquero. Puts up a floater a little bit too strong. The tip goes to Japet. They've got no numbers, so they're going to set things up. Meralco still up 33-31. Another three for Scotty. Not that time.
He was wide open there. Fortunately, he missed.
Not looking to post up. Banquero will now try to work his way here. Black with his push shot, no. That was a fortunate turn of events.
Oh, yes. Japet was just in the right place at the right time. Just the ball dropped to him for that putback to tie the score 33.
Actually, not again a well-run fast break that time, but it worked out for Barangay Ginebra.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Well, it went down against Blackwater, but he had a fantastic 25 against Phoenix.
Well, he had only made 2 out of 8 against Blackwater for a 25% clip. Not the usual numbers for Barrientos.
Well, now he's already surpassed that 8 in the previous
Oh,
game,
yes.
so he's saying,
Boundary na.
have a nice bounce back.
Yep.
But there's still a lot of basketball to be played here. In a game, as we said during the pregame, both teams badly want to win. Badly need to win. Newsome with a jumper. That's sweet.
Good play there after a timeout. But look at Meralco quickly adjusting, sending in their best two rebounders to counter that offensive rebounds earlier by Barangay Ginebra.
Coup to the wing. Scotty, little hesitation. And Troy gets away for two.
What a move there by Troy Rosario, squeaking himself in there for that two.
And we are tied once again at 35. Under 4 minutes remaining before the halftime break. Asking for isolation is Newsome. Finds Banquero. Banquero deep three, no. Goes right back to him. They set up Black. Black goes to Hodge. Again, another point-blank shot.
Bell almost got hit there, but again,
you can see
has been missing those point-blank shots.
Bell and Apple have been doing this for quite a while, and so that's why they knew they had to get the hell out of there.
Yep.
Watch it here.
Just in the nick of time.
They said, nope, we're not getting taken out.
Yeah.
So they're alive and kicking. Or else we're going to have no reports. We're going to be blind. Troy can't hit. Hodge will try to push. That was touched last by Bates.
This has been a defensive game so far.
Oh,
Both
yes.
teams only scoring 35 points, and we're
Exactly.
almost done with the first half.
And we expected that because
yes.
these two coaches really stress defense more
Yep.
than anything else.
And like what Newsome said, they know each other, how they play. Very familiar.
Barrientos short. Here comes Banquero. No numbers, so they'll go to their half-court set. Bonquito's back. It's been a while. He was a starter here for the Bolts.
Yes. Long rest there for Quinto.
Banquero with a jumper, that rims out. Good rebound by Malonzo.
Oh,
He looked for Japet. Japet just couldn't hang on.
Barrientos was baited to give that pass. He thought that Aguilar was wide open. Fortunately, the pass was too high.
Just a little softer. That would have been an easy layup.
Yeah, knowing Coach Tim, he would want to run their offense instead.
In and out, that three here from Newsome. Barrientos at the controls here. Finds Scotty. Japet trying to back down Hodge. Falling away, can't kiss it off the glass. A foul's going to be called on Troy.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's a third foul by Brandon Bates as he was caught holding on to Troy Rosario.
And you can see the Meralco Bolts bench not happy. If they feel that strongly about it, though, they can actually challenge.
They can challenge, that's right. But I thought they won't because you didn't see any reaction from Brandon Bates, so I'm sure he knew that he had a hand in it.
Well, he clipped the arm here.
Oh, yes. That's right.
But initially, I also thought that was a foul on Troy.
Yep, he was pushing Brandon Bates from behind.
Straight line drive, and a foul's going to be called there.
Oh, he got hit there.
And now Malonzo comes up limping.
Yeah, he got hit on the thigh.
Well, I think after Meralco saw that in the replay, they saw that there was really a hook coming here from Brandon Bates.
Both teams are stuck with 35 points. It's been a long while since one team scored.
So after all that, Malonzo on the line for 2 shots. Can he give Barangay Ginebra their first taste of the lead? And he does. And there was the hook.
Well,
Well, they were both really jostling for position
Yes.
if you really look at it. First lead for the Barangay. They're up 37-35. Under 2 minutes to be played here in the first half. Quinto finds some space, falling away, just comes up short.
finally. Well, it was flip patch this time, but at least, you know, they were able to complete a putback.
There's no more lid in the basket.
Yep.
Foul's going to be called there on rock and roll. That is going to be the 5th team foul. So now they're in the penalty.
Yep. I think he's still favoring that leg. So you have to be subbed by Hall.
Nice put back there by Hodge. Everybody forgot to box him out once again.
Oh, yes.
How do you forget to box out Hodge? He has made a career out of that. Japet with a jumper, short. They find Newsom. Newsom inside. Gets it up. That's short. And it's going to be the ball of Barangay Ginebra. Unless the other referee changes it.
Coach Luigi and Coach Nenad will challenge that call.
But there's a challenge. Meralco saying
Yeah, how
challenge.
come they cannot challenge? How come they did not give it to Meralco?
Boy, immediately after that happened, they were saying challenge. Hold for 3. No.
Holt has been struggling from the outside. It's 0 of 3 now from the 3 for Holt.
30-second timeout is going to be called here. 19.8 seconds remaining. Coach Luigi trying to get confirmation. I'd like to be able to listen into
Oh,
that.
yes, yes.
Because they were asking
Yeah.
for a challenge.
What's the reason?
Well, this 30-second timeout will give the respective coaches to be able to talk to their boys anyhow. But the Bolts, with possession here, wanted to get the upper hand right before the break.
Yeah, let's see if Meralco can get the lead back here at the end of the first half. Both teams have been bleeding for their points as the defense has really tightened.
That's a great way of putting it, Coach. Final play here for the Bolts. And both teams in the penalty?
Yep.
No. Barangay Ginebra has one more to give.
One more to give. But Meralco sent their best shooters on the floor. You expect them to spread the floor and force the defense to collapse on the drive.
But the Bolts might want to go a little bit earlier because there is a foul that Barangay Ginebra can give. Jumper from Banquero, no. He took that a little bit too early.
Yep.
A chance here. That's not going to count.
Barrientos was too late on finding an open jump at Aguilar underneath the basket.
As expected, we promised you a good one, and it's living up to the billing. We are tied at 37 at the halftime break.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live.
Ball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Philippine.
Meralco 37, Barangay Ginebra 37 in a game that we talked about it during the pregame. Both these squads really need to be able to come up with a victory here. Up by 7, Meralco. Barangay Ginebra up by 2, but at the end of the day, we can see we're starting out at scratch.
Oh, definitely. It's a low-scoring game, and both teams are really playing good defense. And there was a stretch there that nobody can score.
Exactly. As we take a look at our halftime summary, what do the numbers show us?
Well, halftime summary, field goal percentage for both teams are very low. As we mentioned earlier, it's a defensive game. Assists, very close. Points in the paint, that's where Meralco was really doing a better job. And perimeter points, it's now the turn of Barangay Ginebra to get that advantage.
Not really good field goal shooting for both these squads. As we take a look at the leading scorers, Newsome with 7, 6 for Banquero, 4 apiece for Hodge and Almazan for Barangay Ginebra. Troy Rosario in double digits with 11 points. RJ Barrientos with his 3 threes with 9 points. Scotty Thompson with 6 and Japet Aguilar with 5. And we expect this defensive battle to continue here in the next 2 quarters, Coach.
Oh yes, definitely. Let's see if both teams will be able to make those necessary adjustments. And every time these 2 teams played, you can see that it's like a chess match. Each coach are really doing a good job adjusting to the type of defense they're going to employ, depending on the offensive patterns of the other team.
Calling all former PBA players and officials, our reunion won't be complete without you. Save the date. We're inviting you to join us at our PBA for 50 Grand Reunion on October 5. You can call 0968-447-1975 or 0968-253-5050. Email us at admin@pba.ph for all the details. Second half is underway here. Who can come up with the plays to get the W? Both these squads on winning streaks. Quinto stops, pops, and that's a nice soft touch.
Meralco's been attacking that paint to the hilt. They feel that they have the advantage inside. As this Quinto did the same thing as what Newsome did earlier.
Back to a 2-point lead for Meralco. They look inside, Japet. He got fouled there by Hodge.
Tough matchup there for Cliff Hodge. He tried to block the shot of Japet Aguilar. Unfortunately, he was called for a foul.
Japet with 2 free throws, trying to tie things up once again.
Shooting 2, Japet Aguilar.
First, a little bit off to the right. Unforgettable awaits. Watch the 2025 NBA Finals this June on NBA TV Philippines, on One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal. Hashtag everything counts.
That's the third miss so far by Barangay Ginebra in this game, all on the free throw.
So the lead is still 2 for the Bolts. Handoff goes to Hodge. They're going to start high once again. Shot clock down to 3. What's the call? It might be an offensive foul. It is an offensive foul on Chris.
Yeah, at that time Newsom forced himself underneath the basket, and Troy Rosario did a good job, really just walling up and getting a foul, offensive foul from Newsom.
Scotty gets inside. Sky's in for 2.
No resistance there from Meralco, as Scotty was able to go easy on that layup.
We're tied once again at 39. Handoff goes to Newsom. Will go to the wing. Quinto makes his move against Malonzo. He'll misfire that jumper though. Scotty looking down court. That's a nice early seal.
Oh yes. Taking advantage of his height. Posting up Hodge for the 2.
Quinto will try to get inside the paint. A little bit of a shove there. Finds Hodge for 2.
Oh wow. That's a good find there by Quinto, throwing the 2 defenders to him and opening up Almasan underneath the basket.
Troy Rosario made sure there was a bump first, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Yep.
Look at that nice incursion inside here from Scotty Thompson.
Yep. This was a good bounce pass to Japet for that seal and a basket.
Another missed free throw here.
That's a 3rd miss of Barangay Ginebra here in this quarter.
As we go to bell.
With the match being tied in the first 2 quarters, assistant coach Chandra Soriano pointed out how they didn't like how they were just ball watching in the first half. They weren't locating their man well, thus giving Ginebra an advantage in perimeter points. When asked what he thinks would be the difference maker of the match, he identified offensive rebounds and needing to be tougher inside the paint. Meanwhile, according to Coach Olsen, they already expected Meralco to make life difficult for them. After all, they are number 1 in limiting their opponent's assists. But 5 assists in the first 24 simply too little. So it was ball movement that they want to see more of to get ahead. Back to you, gentlemen.
Wow, that's a stat that we didn't actually take a look at. Only 5 assists for Barangay Ginebra. That's definitely got to be an all-time low for the conference.
Oh yes, they're averaging about 27 assists per game. So for them to be able to get to that average, they have to get as many here in the second half.
Troy Rosario is going to pick up his first personal foul there, and Hodge making life really difficult for all the big men here of Barangay Ginebra. Hodge operating on the outside, finds Quinto once again. No look pass goes to Scotty. Scotty with a spin.
Oh,
That's great defense there by Cliff.
yeah. No foul called there, and Coach Tim is up in arms as he thought Cliff Hodge fouled Thompson, as we can see here in the slow-mo. See, first there was a foul in, you know, Banquero was trying to foul Thompson already. Stop that fast break.
Japet wasn't waiting for that alley-oop play.
Oh yes, he failed to read that attempted lob pass by Thompson to him. And both teams really struggling to score here in the 3rd quarter, as expected.
Again, a defensive struggle we are witnessing here tonight at the Smart Arenada Coliseum. Quinto had to pick up his dribble. Threw up a prayer? No. And a foul's going to be called on Bong. That was a foul born out of frustration.
Oh yeah, that's a bad shot there and he knew it. He knew it. And he coupled it with a bad foul as well.
Talk about adding insult to injury.
But that's what good defense does to you.
There's not been that much ball movement from either squad here to begin the second half. Scotty for a jumper, a little bit too strong. That was touched last there by Troy.
Oh, okay. Now the referee is going to change his call.
Well, again, you'll understand what our lead referee was looking at, because from our vantage point, it did look like it was Troy who touched it last.
Yep. I think the refs are also nervous because that's how tight this game is.
Everybody wants to perform well.
Yep.
That's a block there coming from Raymond Almazan.
Coach Tim is asking for a foul, and Coach Nenad and Coach Luis is asking for a traveling violation. I don't want to be a referee.
Coaches are up in arms on every call.
Yep.
That might have been continuation. That's going to be a foul on Almazan.
Yep.
It's going to be number 3 and number 4 on the team foul situation.
Oh, we still have 8 minutes remaining here in the third. And both teams are almost in penalty already.
Filipinas Live Shorts is here. Catch exclusive, bite-sized content from your favorite sports icons like Vanny Gandler, Fifi Sharma, Diana Wong, and more. From hobbies to behind-the-scenes moments, download the Pilipinas app and update the latest version to access Filipinas Live Shorts for free. Cancino on the run. He will back it up. Barangay Ginebra up by 2. That matches their biggest lead in the ball game. Banquero to the opposite corner. Cancino ties things up.
Well, very patient play there by Cancino. He didn't force his shot. He was open already, but he opted to drive into the basket and scored.
Jap into the handoff. Finds Holt. Holt finds Jamie. And Jamie knocks in the jumper.
Good assist there by Holt. Hacking the paint. Found a wide open Malonzo.
Banquero gets away for 2.
What a move there by Banquero. Using his dribbling skills.
And he's always in constant motion. Here's Scotty looking for space. Finds Holt. Holt short. And a foul's going to be called there on Troy. That's going to be number 2 on Troy.
Stephen Holt still struggling in this game. He only has 2 points. He's been missing a lot of those point-blank shots. As you can see, that drive by Banquero reminds me of a Francis Arnaiz shot.
That's right.
I know it's a long time ago, but that's my favorite player for Toyota.
You see a lot of the fans listening. Ooh.
Yep.
We just showed everybody our age.
Yeah. I don't mind. Those are Hall of Famers.
Oh, that's for sure. Part of the 50 greatest players of the PBA. Do your research.
Yep.
Telling everybody listening.
Yeah, yes. Google it.
Here's Newsom. That's clearly a foul there from Alonso in the back.
Good foul baiting there, but you know, Coach Luigi might get another T here.
Well, there was a warning a while ago on Coach Nenad.
Oh, it was Coach Nenad, so that means it's... I don't know if that counts for the coaches or for the bench.
They're getting confirmation now from the table officials.
Yeah, so now Coach Tim is asking, that's a second. So again, my question is, does an assistant coach or a consultant has a different, is allocated an extra technical foul?
Apparently it does. We'll be back for more confirmation in a bit.
You know what I love?
Right now you're seeing clips. And these are the players who are supporting LA Tenorio, who is the head coach of our junior squad. Junior Gilas, who are battling in the Siaba tournament as we go back to Bell.
Jamie Malonzo revealed that before, LA Tenorio would confess how nervous he was about taking on the role of Gilas youth head coach. So Jamie made a promise to make sure he watches. And as we have seen, he fulfilled that in Pampanga a few days ago. It made Jamie so proud seeing how LA blossomed and handled the responsibility amidst the amount of pressure it came with. Jamie also paid a visit in their dugout at halftime and identified the many similarities Coach LA adopted from Coach Tim. Perfect formula for success. And with that, we would like to officially congratulate Coach LA and the rest of the Gilas Youth squad for sweeping their campaign 6-0 and clinching gold in our home turf. Back to you, gentlemen.
Congratulations to LA. Congratulations to our national squad coach. I should ask you, because you've actually had the chance of coaching, obviously, at every single level. Is it different when you play and you coach for the country?
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's one thing to coach a club team and another thing to coach a national team. There's a lot of pressure, although, of course, you know, we dominate in the Sayaba. But then again, it's the first time of LA, and I must say, he did an excellent job preparing the team. And I was there actually yesterday to watch their game, and they really played very well. And there's a lot of promising players I saw there playing.
And a lot of those promising players will eventually be playing in the PBA.
Oh, yes.
Those are the future stars of Philippine basketball. Now back to the game at hand. A game that both these squads are desperate to win. Holt almost lost it. Gathers. Puts it up. Will overshoot.
Here comes Meralco. No team has really scored in transition. Both teams really doing a good job stopping the fast break of the other team.
Toto Jose already with 4 points. Kicks it to the corner. Cancino trying to make his move. Shot clock's winding down. It's down to 5.
Again, that shot was contested. That's how tough the defense is by Barangay Ginebra.
Now we're going to have another warning, which is going to be a technical foul.
There you go. Finally. But who was called the technical foul? Was this the bench?
It just says improper bench decorum.
Improper bench decorum. Okay.
They send Holt to the line. Obviously, Coach Tim wants to see Holt make a basket.
Maybe that free throw could start something for him here in the second half. Down by 1. Meralco still up by 1. But they're already in penalty.
Well, the coaches have to actually rein in their emotions as well, because You don't want to be picking up technical fouls in such a close game. And now, just like that, it's a one-point lead for Barangay
One of
Ginebra.
the easiest baskets I've seen in this game so far.
48-47 is our tally as we approach the 5-minute mark of quarter number 3. Banquero with a jumper. Can't give the lead back to his squad. Holt comes away with a rebound. Japet with an early seal, but the pass not high enough.
Yeah, good anticipation there by Brandon Bates.
What a spin by Cancino. Bates keeps it alive.
Wow. Brandon Bates kept that ball alive, and he was even able to get that shot in.
Well, that extra possession began because of him.
Yep.
Meralco back up by 3. Check that, by 1. Japet gets the lead right back to Barangay Ginebra.
Tit for tat. Both teams are really trying to dominate the paint with those baskets.
Newsom gets to his spot, will miss.
I think Jose. Yep, Jose will get that foul.
Jose will pick up a personal, and the thing is,
Oh yeah, now
Meralco is in the penalty.
yep, Barangay Ginebra will take 2 because of Meralco's in penalty. And an opportunity to pad that lead to 3 if Troy makes both of his free throws.
Another free throw missed. They're missing a whole lot of free throws here. And that's derailing their comeback. Well, nobody to blame but themselves. They are up by 1, but they could be up by a whole lot. At the same time, even the Bolts, they missed so many chippies
Point
inside.
blank, yep, point blank shots.
But Rosario has missed 2 free throws.
Yep.
Pretty good score, stat line though.
Yep, so far 12 rebounds and 8 rebounds and 12 points. Again, another miss.
And it's Brandon Bates who comes out of that fray.
Almost a steal there by Malonzo.
That was a scary pass coming from Meralco. Nice spin, Cancino. And there was contact.
Now they're gonna. Scotty wants to challenge that.
Coach Tim quickly gives in to his player.
Yep. And the way Scotty Thompson reacted to that call is very confident that there was no foul.
It'll be nice to see on the replay. Well, Scotty was right in the middle of that one.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very adamant. The way he went straight to Coach Tim Cohn and said, you got to challenge that. Or else I'm not showing up for practice tomorrow. You know, a lot of times, and we've seen that in previous games, wherein sometimes you feel from a player standpoint, you didn't make contact.
Yep.
But then when you look at the replay, you say, oh, did I really hit it?
So the coach will say later, I won't trust you anymore. Oh!
And see, let's watch this first.
Oh, yeah. Tough call there. A tough call there. Maybe Scotty had a point, but again, you know, we're far from a good angle. I'm sure the referee had a good view of that.
Well, Coach Tim is screaming, saying the hands part of the ball.
Right.
But they reviewed that one, and
Yeah.
that was what the jury said. So back up to a 1-point lead. They go inside once again. Japet with a turn.
Oh.
Yes.
Good turnaround jumper there by Japet over the outstretched hands of Brandon Bates.
Tries a quick spin. You can't really block a shot like that when it's Japet falling away. 52 for Barangay Ginebra. 51 for the Meralco Bolts.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Let's take a look at this piece of action. San Miguel versus Barangay Ginebra. That was September 30, 2016. And they're saying deja vu.
Yeah.
That's what happened against Blackwater the other day.
That was almost 10 years ago then that play happened. Can you imagine that? Japet Aguilar is still playing. He's playing to the best of his career so far.
Oh, that's for sure. Also representing the country in international competitions.
Oh, yes.
Back to the action here. Black on the floor. Banquero looking for a running start. Quinto left wide open.
Yes.
And he makes the defense pay.
Yeah, good setup job there of that ball screen action. And they had to defend that draw that opened up Quinto for the 3.
The Bolts back up by 2. Malonzo trying to power his way, gets into Ku. Now to Scotty. Scotty up against Banquero. A little bit too strong.
Yeah, that one was forced.
Back to Chris. They look for Quinto. That's a quick spin. Aaron inside. Now they got to make their move. Push shot is going to work for Banquero.
Very patient offense there by Meralco. They really probed the defense, waited for them to make a mistake, and at that time, Banquero was wide open for that pull-up.
Chop it on the outside. Trying to bring it closer. Shot clock down to 3. Malonzo for 4. No.
Still Ginebra, Barangay Ginebra's ball as Quinto stepped on the line. Although he was saying he was pushed from behind. Now both teams are in penalty, so 2 free throws for Troy Rosario. Cut this lead of Meralco.
Leads at 4. But the thing is, Barangay Ginebra has missed a handful of free throws.
Yeah, exactly. Especially Troy's missed 3 already. They made his first.
Under 2 minutes to be played here in the 3rd. Calmly makes both.
Now the lead is whittled down to 2.
Black, pocket pass. That's active hands from Jamie. Abarientos tries to get it inside. Finds Malonzo for 3. No.
Oh.
It falls to Quinto. Quinto tries to go for the early attack. Fall away a little bit too strong. Hodge. No. Hodge again. Short. What a battle.
Wow.
Looking for the secondary break.
What a turn of events here. Oh, now they're gonna take a look at that foul by Abarientos. What a series of plays we've had here in this quarter.
It was helter-skelter basketball. Watch it here. That's a good foul there for
yes.
Abarientos.
Yeah, you could see there clearly that Abarientos was going for the ball.
And again, a familiar sight. Hodge on the floor.
Hodge on the floor.
What a sequence we just witnessed, huh?
You thought that Ginebra would come up with an easy basket off the transition after a miscue by Meralco. Then again, you'll never know. You know, this game has been very unpredictable.
Hodge now will troop to the line for 2 shots. These free throws magnified because of the fact that it has been a real close and tight affair all throughout the evening. We'll see the one-handed free throw once again of Hodge. Well, he went back to his conventional.
Yeah.
Look at the numbers here of Hodge against NLEX.
Oh yes, after being on a 1-game suspension, he came out really strong with 12 points, 5 of 9 from the field, and got that W over NLEX.
Soft touch.
Yeah, doesn't matter what kind of shot you take, what kind of form, as long as it goes in.
That's going to give Meralco a 4-point lead heading into the final minute of the third. Ku still with it. Nice spin there by Scotty.
Wow.
He created space with that little nudge.
Oh yes, that's a tough shot there by Scotty over Cliff Hodge. He used his body to protect that ball, and somehow on the way down he was able to get that shot in.
Difference of a second from the game clock and the shot clock. Meralco looking for the last shot here. Wanted to make sure Barangay Ginebra has no chance. They put up a 3.
Oh.
Bang!
How many times have we seen that buzzer beater shot of Newsom?
Here's that shot first of Scotty. Contorting his body, scoring, but this one, a huge one, coming from Newsom. And they've got a 4-point, check that, a 5-point lead now, heading into the final quarter.
Abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maaarte, tuloy lang at kampante, ginto lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Ginebra just with 9, 12 already for the Bolts. So it's still +3 for Meralco. And finally this fantastic one-on-one matchup between Newsom and Thompson. Look at that, almost mirroring their numbers.
Very close numbers for both of these players. And now we're going to see them in the fourth. See who stands out the most at the end of this fourth quarter.
Both members of our national squad going head-to-head, and a foul is going to be called. It might be on Quinto. Holt was saying he gathered. Let's see what the officials say.
Sideline out of bounds.
As we take a look at the quarter scoring.
Meralco had an upper hand there in the last few minutes of the third to get that 24-19 lead in the third.
A little bit of a cushion here. Scott is going to be fouled. That's 2 quick fouls here.
When you take a look at the score of both teams, it's like you're in a UAAP game.
That's true. We're playing 10-minute quarters.
Yeah.
Shot clock is winding down. It's at 3. Holt with a spin. That's good defense by Newsome.
Oh yes, he was able to time that spin by Holt and was able to block that shot. But still, Ginebra will get possession with 0.3 remaining.
That's got to be something going towards the basket.
Oh, almost. Wow. Troy Rosario kept that ball alive.
Coup for 3. A little bit too strong. Rock and roll inside. They didn't spot him. Quinto tries to back down Coup. Rios has checked in.
Yeah.
Comes up with a floater.
Instant offense there by Rios as he just came off the bench here in the fourth.
People don't realize how hard that is to be sitting down the entire game.
3 quarters. You're cold as dead. Oh,
Another 3 here for Barrientos.
That's his fourth 3-pointer of the game.
12 points in the contest here for RJ. That cuts the lead down to 4.
Every time Meralco makes that run, Ginebra seems to find that answer, be able to get back and close that margin of Meralco.
Foul's going to be called on Holt. As we take a look at that sweet 3 coming here from RJ Barrientos. Missed free throw this time by the Bolts. As we look at the numbers of Newsome against NLEX.
Oh, very impressive. 21 points and 16 points in the second half. When it mattered, he was there to deliver for Meralco. But then again, he missed his first free throw. Very uncharacteristic of Newsome. He's been a very high, he has a high percentage, free throw percentage in the league.
64-59, our tally here. Holt with a jumper, a little bit too strong.
Still struggling here, Holt.
Quinto off and running. They set up Rios.
Wow!
Bang!
Johnson Rios, 5 straight points coming off the bench for Meralco.
For somebody who just checked in 30 seconds ago.
And that's what they call magic bonus. Magic bonus.
Exactly. 8-point lead once again here for the Bolts.
Ginebra is down by 8, 59, Meralco 67. We listened in to Coach Tim's most recent huddle. He highlighted their need to rise to the level of Meralco's physicality, how they are losing in hustle points, rebounds, and fighting for loose balls, and they have to stop complaining. Meanwhile, on the other side, for Meralco, all 5 guys must be ready to rebound. They must box out and defend Ginebra's cutting movements, and lastly, anticipate Stephen Halt's defense and work their way around it. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Bell. Heading into the final stretch, final 10 minutes. Scotty Thompson gets away and cuts that lead back down to 6.
Scotty has been making those drives to the basket. That's the 3 times he has done that.
Scotty now with 14 points. Floater, not gonna drop there. But Cancino trying to come alive here in the 4th. Cancino so far with 7 points. Looking to add to that tally here with these 2 shots.
So far, Meralco has the upper hand in rebounding, 44-37.
Senator Bongo joining us.
Oh, yes. Newly elected senator.
And he gets an applause here. Number 1 senator.
Yeah, I mean, that says a lot about his platform, that everybody really believes in what he's doing, helping out a lot of families.
Right now, Abarianto's trying to help his squad come back here. Down by 8. Rios picks up his first. That'll be the 3rd team foul here for Meralco.
Yeah.
Another energy guy comes in here for the Bolts.
That's the luxury of Meralco. They have 2 guys that can, sub for each other to guard Aguilar, Japet.
Then you also have Cliff Hodge if you want to use him.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's tough.
That's going to mean 3 free throws here for Malonzo.
Tried to block the shot of Malonzo and he lost balance there, hitting Malonzo.
I think that's a product of being on the bench for quite a while.
Yeah.
You're just so active.
And so
you want
eager.
to be able to come out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Malonzo's got 15 points and 14 rebounds, as you can see there.
Oh, yes. Double performance for Jamie Malonzo.
Not to mention he had 4 assists as well.
Although it's a bit of a struggle here, only 7 points and 5 rebounds, and missing his first free throw. I mean, Ginebra has been missing a lot of free throws here in the second half. They're shooting about 66.7% from the free throw line in this game so far.
Got a little bit more of an arc there. It'll drop, but still 6 points the lead here for Meralco. Getting to the final 9 minutes. Bates trying to set that pick. Rios.
No.
Ooh, looked like a good pass.
Yep, good intention. Except that it was a bit strong for Brandon Bates to catch that ball.
Bates telling him, take that shot. If you miss,
yeah,
I'll get the rebound.
Yep.
Scotty to the wing. Malonzo, a couple of moves. Will bring it closer.
Wow,
It gets denied there by Newsome.
Oh yes, what a block there by Newsome, anticipating that up and under move.
That's going to be a charge called here in Newsome. Will they want a challenge?
Will they challenge it? No, not yet. They're saving it. They're saving it for later.
There's that last piece of action. He did get him on the chest. But the question remains sometimes is, was he set?
Yep.
Chape tries to get away, flips it. Malonzo with a putback.
Again, Cancino failed to block out Malonzo. Coach Luigi was saying he was pushed.
They go to Black.
Oh.
Blind pass
Oh,
goes to
no
Cancino.
calls. No. Oh, wow. No call there.
Boy, both coaches really working the referees. Coach Nenad saying that it was a flop.
Oh, yes. And then on the other side saying, oh, there should have been a foul.
Referee saying, no, just play on.
Oh, yep.
Barrientos puts up a 3.
Oh.
That's an air ball. Still a 4-point advantage by Meralco.
Yep, one of the fewer times that you see Barrientos shoot an air ball. But Meralco still maintains a 4-point lead with 7 minutes remaining in this fourth.
Rios takes a seat. Back in action, Cliff Hodge. Black gets away for 2.
That was a good screen there by the bigs of Meralco to get Black a wide open layup.
Lead is back up to 6 at 71-65. Barrientos wants to try to get the points right back. Finds Aguilar. Aguilar wants to bring it closer.
Wow,
gets
good.
double team. Steal here. Cancino. How they're gonna set it up? No need to rush. They're up by 6.
Good transition defense there by Barangay Ginebra. You know, you thought that Meralco had a clear lane for the basket in that fast break play, but they were able to stop it.
Here's the finishing lineup for Coach Tim Cone. This early, 6:25 to be played. Black misses everything.
Oh, yeah, that's a 5th foul now by Meralco. That will put them in penalty.
And that's a lot of time for them in the
6
penalty.
minutes.
One of the few times Hodge has been out of control.
Yeah. Coaching staff saying don't foul anymore. This is the starter of Barangay Ginebra, averaging about 70 points per game.
Scotty sidestepping move, kicks it out. Shot clock at 4. Malonzo for 3, in and out.
Sorry, missed there. Just trickled out.
And as always, Bates securing that rebound. Black comes in, brings it back out. Now with Newsom. Shot clock's winding down. Newsom, big shot. Not gonna fall. Almost a save there by Hodge. Oh, as
Cliff
we said,
Hodge.
he is all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's what you like about Cliff Hodge. He won't give up on a play. He would sacrifice his body just to get that possession.
Watch this.
Try to save that ball from going out. That's what you like to see from you know, professional players. You know, they give they give their best. They don't care what happens to them. Another turnover here for Barangay Ginebra.
They look for Black, but the pass is just too high. Aaron takes a seat. I think when they made the pass, they thought it was Norman and not Aaron.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, you're too eager to make that pass because he was really wide open
He
underneath.
was. He definitely was. Lead still at 6 though. Troy will kick
Great
it back out.
coverage there by Meralco on those Spain action by Ginebra. Oh.
Malonzo trying to battle inside. He's going to get fouled by Banquero, which means 2 free throws.
Yes.
The Bolts will sue for time, trying to protect the 6-point lead.
You know what I love about
Holtz, only 3 points today. 0 out of 8 from the field. He's averaging a little over 15 points a ball game.
Oh yeah, obviously he's struggling from the field. But knowing Holt, you know, he can be struggling all throughout, but he can take that big shot later on. He's got 13 points against Blackwater. So anytime, you know, knowing this type of player, you know, he's not rattled, he's not discouraged. He knows how important this game is, and who knows, he might be able to get that last shot for Ginebra.
Not to mention the fact that he is in there also for tough defense. Look at the free throw numbers.
There you go, yep. Ginebra's missed 8 already, 16 out of 24. Every free throw now is very important come the last 5 minutes of this game.
Malonzo second.
So far, 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. Not bad. He's the only player for Ginebra that's shooting really well on the free throw line.
Newsom, as always, at the point. Up against Holt. So Holt is the primary defender here on Chris. The other Chris now trying to look for space.
There you go.
Not a good pass. Malonzo in the open court. Tries to finish strong and does.
Good anticipation there by Malonzo of that pass by Banquero.
And now the chance of Ginebra.
Yes. Oh! That's
An offensive foul is going to be called here on Chris.
Offensive foul, number 11, Chris Musa.
Oh, no, it was Chris who was called for a foul. Not Cliff Hodge.
There's a
that
shot.
push, yep, that push to get open.
And the fans are alive here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
They can smell something here. Smell a big run here by Barangay Ginebra. Let's see.
Looking to tie
There you
things
go.
up. And we are deadlocked at 71.
There you go. Who else but Scotty Thompson? Really reining it in now for Barangay Ginebra.
Final 4 minutes of play. Quinto forces his way, finds Hodge. Hodge denied. Bates, no. Hodge once again.
What a big play.
Talk about being relentless on the boards.
Oh, yes. Brandon Bates started it with that offensive rebound. And Cliff Hodge finished it with a basket and a foul.
Boy, Hodge finding it and eventually was able to get it up and through.
Yep, against 5 Ginebra players. Or 4 Ginebra players underneath the basket.
Cliff Hodge, good numbers, 10 points, 7 boards, and he makes the free throw.
No problem for Cliffage.
Despite that unorthodox free
yes.
throw style. 3-point lead once again for the Bolts. That was a wild pass.
That time, very few times they were able to stop the layup by Thompson.
Hodge to Quinto. Now they'll settle down.
Yes, they're gonna wait and they're gonna be patient with this play. Force that switch.
Quinto with a fall away. Yes!
Meralco forced that switch, and Troy Rosario had to defend Quinto.
Leads at 5. Malonzo left open for 3. Can't convert. It stays here with the Gin Kings.
Oh yes, good break there for Barangay Ginebra. Although that was an open look by Malonzo, he missed the 3. Could have cut that lead down to 2 points if he had made the 3.
You can't get any wider than that.
Yep.
2-man game here. Scotty using the pick. He gathers. Puts it up. Misses.
The referees were unsure of who touched the ball last, so they called a jump ball situation. Coach
Now a
Nena
challenge,
is
I
asking
think.
for a challenge. Can they do that?
Why not? Well, it's denied by the committee.
No. Newsom was saying, no challenge. Brandon can get this rebound. No.
Scotty with the attack.
Meralco could not get that important rebound. Scotty Thompson continues to attack the basket. But great defense there by Cliffage.
Let's go to Bell.
Coach Tim kept it quick in their most recent huddle. He wants the Barangay to attract Meralco's defense inside the paint so they could look for opportunities for open shooters from beyond the arc. Back to you, gentlemen.
Holt can score.
0 out of 9 for Holt here with last 2 minutes of the fourth.
And we welcome everybody to the Twilight Zone, the final 2 minutes of this one. The Bolts want a victory here before they travel to the Middle East to represent the Philippines in the Champions Cup. Foul's going to be called on Scotty there. 2 more free throws coming up here for Banquero.
Banquero had that first step on the drive, and Scotty had no chance but to foul him.
Watch his last piece of action here as Coach Tim goes over to the referees. We'll be back for more. It's a full timeout. It's confirmed.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
An interesting sideline here with this fantastic game that we have between Meralco and Barangay Ginebra is the battle between Newsom and Scotty Thompson. Long-time teammates with the national squad, and they are part of this Gilas version.
And you can see that these players are the facilitators of this game. both teams. When you see the offense of Meralco, you see Newsome, making the right decisions, as well as Scotty Thompson for Ginebra.
And look at their numbers. Scotty,
very, very close.
scoring 3 more, gets 1 more rebound and 1 more assist.
I mean, Scotty has had the numbers in favor of Scotty, but the lead is in favor of Meralco.
And that lead continues to grow here. Solid numbers once again here for Banquero. In his last outing, 16 points, 5 boards, and he also had 6 dimes.
Oh yes, slowly but surely he's getting his A game back, and that spells trouble for the other teams. As he made both of his free throws to get them a 7-point lead with less than 2 minutes remaining in this game.
So the Bolts are peaking at the right time. Alonso for 3. No cigar. And here comes Quinto.
Big rebound here by Meralco. And a good steal here by Scotty. Wow. You have to give it to Scotty. He really dove for that ball to make sure he get that possession.
Coach Tim on the court here saying that was a foul.
Let's see that in slow-mo.
Coming out of nowhere here was Scotty.
Yep.
What a swipe.
As he tried to dive for that loose ball. I mean, he lost his balance because of Cliff Hodge, but I didn't see any contact there by Cliff Hodge. And that's, I think, that's what Coach Tim is saying.
Coach Tim, I think, wants to get a T here. He's going to get a warning first.
Oh, yes. Let's see what the refs. He's still on the floor. He's still on the court.
So no warning. They give him a straight technical.
Yeah, I think he wants to get another T. He's really mad right now.
This is going to make the deficit 8.
Yep. So with 1 minute and 23 seconds, it's Ginebra's ball. Very important possession for Barangay Ginebra.
Well, they need to score here. No question about that one. A 2 or a 3. Short there on the 3. Big rebound there by Bates.
Oh, yes.
He has controlled the boards on both ends, actually.
Yes. He's done a hell of a job getting those important rebounds, especially here in the 4th quarter, limiting Ginebra to only 1 basket.
Shot clock is down to 4, but Newsome's trying to make sure that he uses up every single second of that shot clock. And they did. Japet, quick attack. Goes inside, will miss. Rosario, extra possession.
Got to be looking for the 3 now.
The 2 free throws here for Jamie. The thing is, time is down to 38 seconds.
Time is not on the side of Barangay Ginebra right now.
The Bolts are going to sue for time here.
I mean, even if Aguilar makes 2 free throws, Malonzo makes these 2 free throws, I'm sure Meralco will give the ball to the hands of Newsome, a very good free throw shooter, and no choice but Ginebra to foul in this next play, or they won't get a chance for another possession.
The heart of the champs. Look at this, the biggest deficit of 20 points. That was an April 4.
Yep.
And what a comeback for them.
Oh, yes. It's done that a lot of times. Here, 15-point deficit.
And they needed those 2 comeback wins.
Yep.
Because even with a victory here, that'll give them 6 wins. Without those 2 comeback victories, they would have just picked up 4.
Exactly.
So chances are, if things remain as is, the Bolts will move up to 6-5. That's going to finish their elimination campaign.
Oh, yes. And that will at least give them a really big chance of getting into the top 8. Probably in good position. I don't know if they can still get into the top 4, but safely in the top 8.
Well, I think right now they're going to be happy to just be able to make it to the quarterfinals because they did not have a good start.
Oh, yes, definitely. And, you know, I don't envy Meralco as they play in the PBA and they're still playing in the EASL.
After the Champions League stint, they're going to come back just in time for the quarterfinals.
Now Barangay Ginebra will be forced to foul on this possession. There you go. Smart play there by Newsome, giving up that ball so that they can't foul. Another technical foul here.
Not quite sure what Coach Tim is complaining about.
But traveling, was he?
So Coach Tim goes out. Two technical fouls and he's got to leave the game.
Newsome for 2 free throws to ice this game. Oh, okay. Is that not allowed?
You don't have to take it out.
Yeah, I mean, first Brandon
you
Page.
can actually wait for a teammate to do that, right?
Yep. He dropped the ball on the floor and then Hodge got it. So I don't know if that's legal or not.
That's ball game.
Yeah, it's a great win here by Meralco, overcoming that big defensive game by Barangay Ginebra. Unfortunately, that three-point shot really failed Ginebra in this game.
And the Meralco Bolts are going to finish their campaign here in the elimination phase with a 3-game winning streak. And they will finish at 6-5.
Great win here by Meralco. And of course, our best player of the game, none other than their leader, Chris Newsome, who made a big difference here in this game with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Made the big shots and made the big free throws at the end of this game.
Well, he's their team captain for a reason. So they will finish at 6-5 as they win this ball game by 9, 82-73. Let's take a look at our games on Sunday. Still right here at the Smart Arenado Coliseum. It's NLEX up against Phoenix at 5, and at 7:30, it's the Manila Clasico. Barangay Ginebra up against the Magnolia Chicken Templados.
Yo, umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilas ng ningas, perlas ang silangan, lalong umangas, lalong tumalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Lagpas sa lapaap, abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maaarte, tuloy lang at kampante, ginto lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang, nagliliyap, nagniningning, parang pinagtagpong hilig. Bawat tupunan, merong hamunan, laban kong laban sa bayanan, isang bansa, isang bansak. Hey! PBA, alam mo to, laro mo to, tuloy sa kampyonato. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, tapisyonado. Angat ang laban, everybody let's jam. Can't stop, level up, game plan, here we go. Angat ang laban, everybody let's jam. Can't stop, level up, game plan, here we go. Angat ang laban, game. PBA. Can't stop, level up, game plan, here we go. Angat ang laban. Angat ang laban, ha? Let's get it! Araw-araw nating tunggali lahat na ng pagsubok. Ikot maneobra, di uurong subo lang ng subo. Game hanggang mapitika, liga ng ating bandila. Di paggigiba, pag mag-iba man ng dikta nitong digma. Ang tatag ng ating puwersa, puso pa rin ang pruweba. Todo-todo ang suporta, flex mo tol, bilog ang bola. Nakatatak ang iyong etiketa, nakalapag sa likod ng atleta. Numero pero dala ang bandera.
Conference, we have our player of the game, Chris Newsom, and Coach Luigi Trillo of Meralco. Congratulations. Coach, another classic game between Barangay Ginebra and Meralco. Just your thoughts on how the team handled this game, considering how close it was and how physical and emotional it turned out.
Yeah, just a high-level game. I think just in the end, you could see the stops that we had. They started missing a couple of their shots, but it was quality game all the way. I mean, it was tight. There was nobody who really got a big lead. You know, we're proud of our guys with the resiliency they showed, because Ginebra's a tough team. You know, every game for them now, I think, counts. They have a tough sked. We're obviously closing it out. We're happy to get our win, third game in a row, but just keeping poise. You know, led by our guy here, Nu. There were a couple of times where some of our guys were getting emotional because it's a big game. But I think the key there was, you know, whatever the call was, whatever the missed shot was, we kept our poise on that next play.
Thanks, Coach. Nu, this is your last game in the elimination round. You're now assured of a spot in the playoffs. As you wait for the final playoffs scenario, just your overall assessment on where your team's at when it comes to level of play. As again, you wait and then you fly to Dubai for the Champions League.
Yeah, coming into this game, we really wanted to make sure that our destiny is in our hands, and we didn't want to leave it up to somebody else. So we wanted to really come out and play a playoff atmosphere type of basketball, and that's what we saw today. As you mentioned, a classic Ginebra-Meralco game. But for us, it's just really about getting through our lows. We had some really deep lows this conference, and we just wanted to get through those, stay together, and come out and just battle all the way through, because you never know what could happen. So for us, it's just sticking together, playing team basketball, making sure that we're there for one another, and that will lead into the chemistry onto the court. And that was really what we wanted to see today, whether we won or lost, is that our chemistry improved, the way we play the game improved. There's no quit in this team, and you saw everyone supporting one another. And for me, that's more important than the win or the loss heading into the playoffs. So I'm happy to see that from the team today.
No love lost between these two squads as they face each other here at the Smart Arena Coliseum. As we take a look at the highlights. And Chris Banquero got his squad off to a good start in the first period.
Oh yeah, it was a good start by Meralco, but this game was really close all the way as Ginebra was able to get back and tie this game at the end of the first.
Banquero and now Abarientos with his three, but look at this, the battle inside. Troy Rosario, again with that second and third jump, as you said, is equally as high. And we were tied after the first 12 minutes of play at 17 apiece. And then today's hero, the captain, Newsom, scores there on a 3-point play opportunity.
Oh yes, Newsome was really aggressive attacking that basket and created a lot of problems for Barangay Ginebra. But then again, there was Scotty Thompson on the other end, really matching up well against Newsome.
Inside, Cliff Hodge being a real thorn on the side of Barangay Ginebra, comes up with a twinner, and we are tied once again at 37 after 2 periods. And then the youngster started to join the action here, comes up with a good floater, CJ Cancino.
Yes, every point is important in this game, and the Cancino provided that for Meralco.
Japet Aguilar continuing his stellar play from last game, comes up with a jumper there.
There was a lot of lead changes here in the third quarter as both teams gave their best. But then again, Newsome taking charge here.
That was a big 3
oh, yes.
to end the period.
It was Thompson on the other end. And on the other end as well, it was Newsome answering back with a 3 to end the quarter.
Talk about trying to finish quarter strong. That's exactly what Meralco did. And that 3 gave them a 5-point lead instead of just 2.
Yes.
And then Hodge battling inside with the bigs. We'll get a 3-point play here.
Oh, those 2 big players of Meralco, Brandon Bates and Cliff Hodge, created that problem inside for Barangay Ginebra.
Look at that fall away from Bong Quinto. And then things started to get dicey because of this particular play. Coach Tim Cone felt there was a foul.
Yes. That technical foul of Coach Tim added the lead for Meralco with those 2 free throws by Newsome. And then there was this controversial inbound play by Meralco. We don't know, if that's a legit call or not, or a non-call.
That was off a made free throw.
Yep.
So you can actually even run the baseline.
You're right. Sometimes teams do that. They fake the inbounder and then they change the inbounder.
Yeah, you can actually pick up the inbound, throw it to a teammate that's there,
and then he will be the one to inbound
Correct.
the ball. Yeah, but nevertheless, a big win for Meralco.
They win this one 82-73 to end their elimination round campaign. As we invite you for the games on Sunday, still right here at the Araneta Coliseum. It's NLEX up against Phoenix. That is at 5, and at 7:30 in the evening, you've got Barangay Ginebra up against Magnolia. That's the Manila Clasico at 7:30 in the evening. That's going to do it here for our coverage. In behalf of my partner, Coach Eric Altamirano, Anthony Snai saying thanks for joining us, everybody. Till next time, take care. Have a good evening ahead. God bless.